Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we unearth the golden nuggets of knowledge to help you get well-informed fast. Today, we're kicking things off with a feeling I bet many of you can relate to. That restless, impatient ambition.
Ah, yes.
You know it, right? You've
Yeah.
already done some pretty cool things, you've made progress, but there's this burning desire to do way more. And, well, you wanted to do it yesterday.
Definitely.
Sometimes it feels like the very tools you're using, or maybe even your own mindset, are actively holding you back from that next big leap.
That's a really profound observation, and it definitely hits at a common entrepreneurial tension. That desire for impact often outpaces the existing infrastructure,
Right.
whether that's technology, strategy, or even how we define success itself.
Mm.
So as we dive into Jenny Meredith of Mustafa Jul's journey today, what's the core aha moment you think listeners should be listening for? Is it purely about finding better tech?
Not at all, actually. I mean, tech is a huge part of their story, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But the real golden nugget here is how deeply their tech choices became intertwined with their personal values, their lifestyle aspirations.
Oh.
It wasn't just, okay, let's fix this tech problem.
Yeah.
It was about unlocking a whole new level of creative freedom and impact that resonated with who they truly are. It's that intersection of strategy, tech, and, authentic living that really shines through.
Okay.
We're going to explore how they transformed their online business from what Jenny vividly describes as a Scotch tape and dental floss operation
Hey, love that description.
into a thriving, truly limitless enterprise. Our mission today is to pull out all the key insights, showing you how they navigated those frustrating tech headaches, embraced a really radical rebrand, and ultimately achieved this lifestyle of digital nomadic freedom,
Yeah.
all while serving those very entrepreneurs with impatient ambition.
It sounds like a fantastic case study. It shows how a strategic shift, both in business philosophy and technology, isn't just about efficiency.
Right.
It's about unlocking entirely new levels of creativity and impact. And like you said, seeing how these shifts were really intertwined with their personal values and lifestyle.
Okay, let's unpack this right from the beginning then. Jenny Mustafa Jul didn't exactly start out dreaming of being an online entrepreneur. Her path was different.
Right. She was in government consulting first.
Yeah, she knew coaching existed. She'd even studied it in grad school, but in her mind, it was like strictly for retirees, something you did after a full career. So what was the catalyst? What made her even consider it?
Well, it's a classic example of an unexpected turning point.
Mhm.
Jenny talks about being laid off from a consulting firm when she was 30.
Ah, okay.
And that pivotal event really shook things up for her. It made her realize that going back to other consulting interviews just wasn't clicking, wasn't resonating. She described it as more of an intuitive pull, a realization that the current path wasn't fulfilling.
And that's when she thought, hey, maybe I could dust off that coaching thing. But at 30, she actually wondered if she was too young.
Which seems funny now, doesn't it?
Totally. Now you see coaches at every age. But back then, yeah, it wasn't as common for younger people. So she started helping people who, like her, knew it's not this, whatever this was, but weren't quite sure what this should be.
That's such a relatable origin story for so many entrepreneurs.
Right.
It often comes from identifying a need they themselves experienced firsthand.
Absolutely.
It truly does.
Mm-hmm.
Many people find their entrepreneurial path not through some grand pre-planned vision, but, well, through a necessity or a turning point that forces them to reevaluate what they actually want.
Right.
What's fascinating there is that it wasn't this big strategic plan. It was more of an intuitive pull towards using tech, even pretty basic tech back then, to just expand her reach and deepen connections.
And even in those early days, Jenny's minor league geek tendencies started to show.
Hi.
She might have started online mostly for phone calls, but her interest in being on the bleeding edge of technology and her desire to connect with people globally quickly drove her towards new tools. She was an early adopter of Zoom.
Way before it was mainstream.
Long before it became the household name during the pandemic, she finds it quite amusing now when people complain about Zoom fatigue.
I bet. That's a key insight into her whole approach, though. Her early tech adoption wasn't just about convenience. It was about expanding her reach and really enhancing the quality of her coaching.
Moving beyond just phone calls.
Exactly. Seeing body language, fostering deeper engagement, this proactive approach to leveraging technology for deeper connection and wider impact really sets the stage for her later decisions. you know.
Now, let's talk about the tech gauntlet she ran. Because when she started her business back in 2006, it was truly the Scotch tape and dental floss era.
Right.
For any entrepreneur out there who's ever bootstrapped a business, you know that feeling. Making do with what you have. But isn't a certain amount of duct tape and prayers just, well, reality for early stage entrepreneurs? What made Jenny's situation uniquely frustrating?
That's a fair point. Most early businesses hit tech hurdles. But what struck me here was the loss of fundamental control. Jenny describes this immense frustration managing a WordPress site, where updating just one plugin, those little software add-ons,
Yeah.
could literally break the entire site. She shared this really vivid anecdote of her graphic designer actually changing her WordPress password because she kept breaking things.
Oh my gosh, wow.
That's beyond duct tape. That points to a system actively hindering, not supporting, her growth and autonomy. It really highlights the hidden costs of those seemingly free or open source solutions when you factor in time, stress, and potentially paying someone to fix it.
Oh, I swear I've been there. That feeling of seeing the white screen of death after a simple update, just pure panic.
Exactly.
It really makes you appreciate a stable platform. So, okay, if your own graphic designer is taking away your access keys, something is definitely wrong.
Definitely time for a change.
So in 2016, after publishing her first book, Jenny decided it was time to level up. She moved to a competitor system, looking for a more professional approach, more control. Was this the silver bullet she was looking for?
Not quite.
Yeah.
Certainly a step up from the WordPress chaos, yeah. But this platform quickly proved to be, in her words, clunky and frustrating.
Oh, dear.
Jenny was on it for about 6 years, and Meredith, her wife and now business partner, apparently hated hearing Jenny complain about it.
I can imagine.
It points to that subtle but persistent drain of inefficient tools, and it underscores a critical limitation you see in many tiered platforms. Scaling often means facing increasingly expensive limits on products, emails, pages.
Right, the ceilings.
Yeah, and that can really stifle innovation and growth, especially for ambitious entrepreneurs.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Fast forward to 2023. Their business had naturally expanded, organically grown. And they decided to evolve from Coach Jenny to Jenny and Meredith, officially bringing Meredith's voice and expertise into the brand as a business partner. And what was Meredith's immediate reaction to this decision? It sounded like a huge moment for their tech strategy.
It absolutely was. Meredith's first response was basically, great, so we can leave that platform now.
Huh.
Tells you everything.
It really does. That simple statement just reveals the extent of the pent-up frustration and the significant barrier the old system had become, not just to efficiency, but to their desired growth and, importantly, their lifestyle. It acted as this powerful push for a complete reevaluation.
That's a huge moment of clarity, and they took a really bold, almost radical approach to this rebrand, a blank slate.
Yeah.
Jenny, being a self-proclaimed Disney nerd, drew inspiration from Walt Disney's Big Sky philosophy. They didn't just start by tweaking what they already had. They asked these crucial questions. What do they want to burn down? What do they want to keep? And what did they want to create that didn't exist yet? How does that kind of mindset shift, moving away from just improving what's there, typically impact an entrepreneur's whole approach?
That burn down, keep, create framework is incredibly powerful. It forces a critical evaluation unburdened by past limitations or sunk costs. It allowed them to let go of things that are no longer serving them.
Like what? For example, they decided to burn down their time-consuming membership. It was taking up like 20, 25 hours a week.
Wow.
Yeah. And they scaled down one-on-one work. The goal was to create more white space, more time for creation, for strategic growth. They did choose to keep one successful element for the membership, which became their Make It Happen Power Hour.
Smart.
This kind of radical thinking often liberates entrepreneurs to innovate far beyond just incremental improvements. It lets them really reimagine things.
And this rebrand wasn't just about the business mechanics. It was deeply connected to their desired lifestyle. You mentioned the digital nomad thing.
Exactly. They envisioned living in an RV, traveling North America, wanting to, as they put it, create in our bare feet from wherever we are.
Love that. It raises such an important question for you, the listener.
Yeah.
How does your business truly support the life you want to live? Is it aligned?
Precisely. Their decision was also to step fully into their identity as a married duo, creating a brand with what they call an invisible rainbow flag.
Explain that a bit.
It's about bringing that authentic self, their identity, as an LGBTQ plus couple, forward into their business. Not in an overt way necessarily, but letting that genuine connection and authenticity resonate deeply with their audience. It shows how aligning personal identity and values with business strategy could be a powerful driver both for personal fulfillment and for brand connection.
And the power of their partnership is really palpable. Jenny loves the coaching, the facilitation side,
Mhm.
but Meredith brings this different complementary dynamic with her passion for instructional design and systems. It's like a yin and yang thing. I imagine it's more than just sharing the workload, isn't it?
Oh, it's far more than that. This dual expertise is crucial. It means their clients benefit not just from the high-level coaching, the what to do,
Right.
but also from the underlying structure and design that ensures their learning and implementation are robust and effective. The how to do it. It makes for a truly comprehensive offering, and that synergy is clearly what powers their business forward.
So with this radical rebrand, this clear lifestyle vision, they went searching for a new tech home, a platform that could finally match their limitless ambition. What were they looking for specifically, and what was it about System.io that was the clear winner? What blew their minds?
The main thing, they were actively seeking unlimited capabilities. Their previous platforms had these restrictive, tiered models.
Always hitting a ceiling.
Exactly. Constantly forcing them to worry about hitting limits or facing escalating costs as they grew. System.io, which is an all-in-one marketing and business platform, offered unlimited tags, emails, pages, landing pages, order forms, and, crucially, courses.
That's huge.
It just eliminated that constant anxiety, freeing them to scale without these punitive financial ceilings looming over them.
That's a game changer right there. Imagine not constantly checking your subscriber count or how many pages you've built. And Jenny even mentioned her absolute favorite feature, the simple genius of blocks. For listeners who aren't familiar, what exactly are these blocks and why are they such a big deal for efficiency and branding?
The blocks feature is brilliant, really. It allows them to design and save reusable elements, sections of content, specific layouts, even entire page structures
Okay.
that can then be dropped into any part of their platform. Think about it. You design a perfectly branded testimonial section once, save it as a block, and then you can reuse it across all your courses, sales pages, order forms, everywhere.
Consistency and speed.
Exactly. It's not just a massive time saver. It ensures brand consistency and makes everything much more efficient. It really speaks to a platform that understands the need for agile content creation and reuse, especially for entrepreneurs who are constantly iterating and launching new things.
And it sounds like it resonated with their own philosophy too, that building the plane while flying it idea. Because System.io apparently operates with a similar mindset, continuous improvement, focusing on function.
Yeah, it reflects a very customer-centric development approach, it seems. The platform's commitment to functionality that users actually need, rather than just superficial aesthetic changes, align perfectly with Jenny and Meredith's pragmatic, action-oriented style.
Makes sense.
And then, of course, the icing on the cake, as Jenny called it, was the platform's incredibly reasonable pricing,
Right.
which she highlighted as providing significant financial freedom and just demonstrating a real commitment to customer success, not just extracting maximum value.
Now let's talk about one of their really cool innovations on their website, something called the Everything page. Jenny calls it a work with me page that doesn't suck.
I like that.
She credits her friend Elizabeth Goddard for the initial idea. What exactly is it, and why does it kind of defy that traditional one link, one call to action thinking we're also used to seeing?
It's brilliant because it acknowledges that their clients are, as Jenny puts it, not idiots.
Fair.
Instead of forcing visitors down a single narrow funnel, it's structured more like a cheesecake factory menu. That was her analogy.
Okay, I get that immediately. Lots of options.
Exactly. It recognizes that people come to their site with different needs, different levels of awareness. So it categorizes their primary offers like the Make It Happen Power Hour and their repeatable IP lab right at the very top. Easy to see.
I love that Cheesecake Factory menu analogy. It instantly makes sense. So below those main offers, you find this comprehensive list of every freebie, every course, every coaching service they currently have available.
That's right. All in one place. It becomes this single, yummy destination, as they say, for new visitors to explore everything they offer without feeling overwhelmed or getting lost clicking around.
That truly respects the customer's intelligence, doesn't it? It gives them agency, which probably creates a much stronger sense of connection and trust right off the bat.
Exactly. It completely rethinks the typical user journey. Instead of that forced funnel, it empowers visitors to self-select what's most relevant to their needs right now. It enhances engagement and makes it incredibly easy to navigate what can often be diverse offerings. It's about providing value up front and letting the customer lead.
Okay, as we start to wrap up this deep dive, let's talk about how Jenny and Meredith actually redefined success. They've explicitly thrown out the word balance in favor of work-life harmony.
Hmm.
For them, their business isn't just a fun hobby or even just a job. It's their self-expression. It's their way of living. It kind of blurs those traditional lines between work and life. What does that shift in language from balance to harmony really signify for the modern entrepreneur, do you think?
I think this shift in semantics really does matter. It acknowledges that for many entrepreneurs, maybe most, work is deeply integrated with their identity, their passions. It's about creating a synergistic relationship where their business fuels their life and their life fuels their business, rather than trying to perfectly segregate the two into neat boxes. Harmony suggests integration, where different parts work together to create a beautiful whole, rather than trying to maintain some kind of perfect, often unattainable equilibrium.
And the tangible benefits, those non-scale victories of this freedom they've built, are truly inspiring. You hear about Meredith being able to leave her financial oxygen job for a couple of years just to travel North America in their RV.
Yeah.
And she's currently back temporarily, but it's strategic investing in some big business swings. It just shows how entrepreneurship can offer incredible flexibility and strategic control over your life. It's not just about earning more, it's really about owning your time.
It's such a powerful testament to how strategic business building can enable a chosen lifestyle,
Right.
rather than your life being dictated by external demands. Their ability to make these intentional choices about their time and resources, that's a hallmark of true financial and personal freedom. And the fact that Meredith chose to temporarily step back into a job specifically to fund even bigger business ventures, that speaks volumes about their strategic approach to both life and business.
Yeah.
It's not failure, it's fuel.
And their long-term vision. It's about building a sustainable business that will support them for life, right into retirement. Meredith even has this dream of eventually living on a small yacht.
Right. Even though they know nothing about boating yet.
Exactly. Which to me is just the perfect example of their build the plane while flying it mindset applied to life goals. It's amazing.
That yacht dream, knowing nothing about boating, is such a perfect embodiment of their whole ethos, isn't it? It's not just a business principle for them, it's clearly how they approach life itself.
Yeah.
It speaks to the profound impact entrepreneurship has had on their sense of self, their ability to shape their own destiny. It's truly given them the gift of not relying on anyone else and the creative freedom to build a life that serves both themselves and others, making an impact through their own unique self-expression.
So we've really seen Jenny and Meredith's incredible journey today. From those frustrating tech headaches and limitations, through embracing a limitless platform and a radical rebrand, all to live a life of harmony and freedom. Their story is such a powerful reminder of how strategic tech choices and a clear vision, deeply tied to your personal values, can truly empower you to create the business and the life you authentically want.
And Jenny's advice for anyone listening who feels that impatient ambition is so simple, yet profound. There's no such thing as ready. It's just about taking that first step, imperfect as it might be.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener? My provocative thought for you today is this. What's the simplest something for sale you could offer right now without waiting for everything to be perfect? Or maybe, what old school thinking about your business or your tech stack are you ready to burn down to create more white space and freedom in your own life?
Good questions.
Consider this. If Jenny and Meredith can dream of learning to boat while living on a yacht, what challenge are you ready to build the plane for while flying it?
Great final thought. And if you're inspired by their story and want to explore their everything page or learn more about how they help entrepreneurs with that impatient ambition,
Where should people go?
head over to jennyandmeredith.com. That's jennyandmeredith.com.
You can also find them on all the major social platforms at Jenny and Meredith. And here's a cool final nugget. You can actually chat with a real human, seriously, not an AI robot, directly on their website. They use a tool called Chatra, which they've seamlessly integrated with Système IO. So go check it out and connect.